Hey guys, welcome back to the Love Well Project. I just want to tell you that my house is empty right now, and I'm sitting in my kitchen, and there is a very beautiful light snow falling, and I'm looking at it right now, and I've got some coffee, and so I just kind of feel like you're sitting here with me. I wish you really were, but we're going to talk a little bit more about prioritizing self-care because last week, and I thank you for your grace, I lost a dear friend, and I felt compelled to write something about her, and so thank you for your grace in that again. But thinking about the whole self care thing, I was really praying through that, and God sort of gave me the analogy of when we have our babies and we're super excited and we get the nursery ready for that little baby to come, and we put the baby inside the nursery, and our bodies and who we are is the nursery for the Holy Spirit that lives within us. Because when we choose to follow Jesus, we are filled then with the Holy Spirit. It is He who lives within us. And so we become the nursery for the Holy Spirit. And when I started thinking about it that way, I thought, oh my goodness, I've got some work to do here. And I'm going to just kind of talk to you about ways that you can prioritize yourself and not let it get lost in the shuffle. It's all stuff that you know and you've heard, but I'm a mom just like you, and there are not enough hours in my day either. And so these are just kind of some things that I have found in my just last month, no, 2 months. Um, that are really helping me in this whole journey. So the first thing is sleep. And I am a night bird and I like to stay up late, and I have to really be disciplined about this, but making sure that you get yourself enough rest, because I really believe that when we are exhausted, we say things we don't mean, we hurt people because we're sleep deprived and we're cranky and we're not fulfilling our body's need for rest. There's nothing wrong with stopping to rest. So I've been trying to go to bed a little bit earlier, and I always have to get up around 5:30, but because I have to have time with the Lord, and then of course get my kids to school. But just making sure that I'm asleep by 11, and I'm not very good at it. It's probably the area that I struggle with the most. But then also stockpiling your sleep on the weekends is super helpful. Get your kids a box of donuts and put a note on it. Good morning. I'll be down soon. Sleep in on a Saturday morning. There's not anything wrong with that, and there's no guilt in that. Um, Also then exercising, and I am not ever going to be one of those people that is super excited to work out, but I know I have to do it because it helps me with my mental state, and it also helps me be able to eat ice cream if I want, or have that brownie, and not feel the tight pants problem, because you remember I talked last week about how tight pants make me cranky. So exercising is critical, and you don't have to have a fancy trainer. I chose to work with a health coach recently because I needed the extra support in that, and it's just for 3 months, and then I'll be on my own. She'll be helping me a little bit, but you don't have to have a health trainer or health coach. You can get a DVD video. I know there's free workout videos on the DVR that you can maybe do just whenever you can fit it in is most important. But exercising has been really, really critical for me, and just in the transformation about how I feel about myself, too. And when you feel good about yourself, it trickles out to everybody else. It's super cliche, but it's so true. Then the other thing, trying to make good food choices so that I'm not filling myself up with junk. I love to eat, and I love food, and I love tortilla chips and guacamole and all that stuff, and I could eat all that stuff all day long. But I'm trying to be more aware of like the mindless eating. Like last night, I had all my sorority sisters over here after the visitation for our friends, and our friend, and I sat and ate all these tortilla chips, and I thought, oh my word, I was doing mindless eating right there, pretty much just out of sadness. And so trying to catch myself when I'm making choices like that, and then also just being more aware of eating healthy foods. Then also pleasure. Find something that you enjoy, whether it be reading or knitting or something like that, and just do it. I know that this is harder when your kids are in the stage where they're like 2, 3, right around there. But find something that you might be able to do that will recenter you, just kind of reset the clock a little bit during the day. If you need to step away and lay on your bed for 15 minutes, put in a movie for your kids and don't feel guilty about it. You've got to be on your best. What's worse, the fact that they're watching some TV or having a mom that's grouchy at the end of her rope? I think that they can watch a little bit of TV while you recenter yourself. And I'm telling you that not in condemnation. I'm telling you that because I have felt that way before too. So do it without guilt. I've recently been trying to sit down and read something for myself on the couch, and the kids are running around playing. but they need to see too that mom needs time for herself and that they are not my complete world. I love my kids very much, but they are not they are not my world. And when we model self-care to our kids, then they start to learn how to do it too. So I've been really trying to be intentional about that as well. And then have fun. For crying out loud, go have fun with your husband. Get a babysitter and go out and just have a good time and laugh and remember why you married him in the first place. And I know sometimes our marriages go through valleys and we think, I don't want to go out with him. Well, then that's probably why you should. And I hate that word should. I'm so sorry to use it. But I know for Jason and I, when we start to go through that time where there's tension between us, it's usually because we haven't had a date night in so long. And we recently went through that. He had his ACL surgery on his knee, and I traveled a little bit. We didn't have a lot of time together as far as just going out to dinner, just the two of us. And we did that a couple weeks ago, and it was amazing just how it brought us back on the same page and has changed the climate in our home, too. We're not as short with each other. I mean, I'm not going to say we aren't short with each other. We're married, and we do life together. You know how that is. But it is super critical. And so I just want to encourage you in those 5 areas, the sleep thing, the exercise thing, the food thing, finding something that you enjoy, the pleasure thing, and the fun thing. Try to do something this week that will hit each of those. Try to go to bed a little bit earlier this week or take a nap if you don't normally do that. Get some exercise in somewhere and trick yourself. Find something you really enjoy as far as exercise goes. Food. Think about the food that you're eating. Maybe you want to, I don't want to use the diet word, but like maybe you just want to start eating more proteins and less carbs, or maybe you just want to try to concentrate on eating more vegetables in a day. Whatever it is, start small. Don't overwhelm yourself, but think about what you're putting into your body. Pleasure. What's something that you enjoy doing? Find something that you're going to do this week that gives you pleasure, whether it be reading a book or knitting or whatever it is that you enjoy, but do it and do it without guilt. And then lastly, have fun. And that can be date night with your husband or doing something special with your kids. Just go and have fun and leave the dishes in the sink and the laundry undone and all that stuff that kind of plagues us as moms. So we're going to finish this week talking about self-care, and then next week we're going to talk about the Love Well Project for our husbands. So the rest of the week I'm going to give you like just some fun recipes that I have found that are really healthy that I enjoy because we are going on vacation the next week. So I'm going to be writing for 2 weeks and I won't have internet access. So it's going to be kind of a busy week. And so I'm going to post some good healthy recipes and things that will encourage you to prioritize self-care. You guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.